Hey everybody, it's Josh.
It's Matt.
And it's Aaron.
Merry Christmas, everyone. We're playing Home Alone, one of my favorite movies, and surprisingly, I like this game.
Dude,
I hope you guys got your eggnog and your holiday turkey. I've got my can of Coke with a polar bear on it, so Merry fucking Christmas.
Matt, you were super fucking eager to start this
Hell
this
yeah!
episode out. It's Josh
fucking
barely got his name out. You're like, it's Matt!
Yeah, I fucking love this. It's Christmas, man. Home Alone.
Well, it is December 1st, so there's no more excuses. You can't say, oh, Halloween or Thanksgiving. This is it. This is December. It's the holiday season. Matt wants to play some Home Alone.
Yeah.
Let's do some Home Alone.
Fuck yeah.
And the movie was, it was one of my favorite Christmas movies to watch as a kid, along with Christmas Vacation.
It's one of my favorite Christmas movies and one of my favorite movies of all time. I can watch it all year round.
It is a good movie. Joe Pesci was absolutely...
Daniel Stern.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Harry and Marv.
Plus, John Williams did the theme. I mean...
There you go.
Not much more you could ask for. Alright. Sorry, Josh. I'll let you say what you want to say now. I had to get my... I don't want to call it fanboyism.
Enthusiasm.
Love of the game out.
I thought we were watching or playing Die Hard.
Sadly, we don't have that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if we get it next year, you can do Die Hard. And then you can gush over how much you love Die Hard.
There you go. Now, who the fuck is this guy supposed to be? Because
Come on, he's the... Jerry the gangster.
Yeah, because the movie was... Okay, so the McAllisters' whole family is going on vacation for Christmas. And Kevin gets sent to his room because, like, something about he wanted a pizza. And
Yeah, he threw a fit because his brother ate all his pizza.
yeah,
And,
so then, like...
he pushed him and it caused a big mess. And
Yeah, and then, like, some neighborhood kid came along in the morning when they were counting, like, the cars, or, like, the kids to
counting
get
the
in the car.
kids.
And it was like the girl accidentally counted him. So they left, and then they were on their way to... Paris was the second movie. Where were they on their way to in the first movie? Was it Florida?
Florida.
Okay.
But they do end up going to Paris.
In the second one. That's in the second one, yeah. But the first one's more well-known as being, like, more of a classic. The second one wasn't bad, the movie. The game's another story. We won't talk about that.
So yeah, I guess I should
like,
probably
essentially...
explain what the hell you're supposed to be doing in this game.
Well, yeah, because that's. I mean, I'm trying to set up like the movie. Then, like the kid ends up. Then he's home alone. His family goes to Florida, and the mother realizes on the flight there that they left. She's like, "Oh, did you leave the garage door open, or oh, did you do? Did you turn the stove off?" Something like that, and it's like...
Yeah, did you forget to shut the garage door, the gate, and all that?
Yeah, and then it's like, oh shit, she remembers we left Kevin behind. So Kevin's there, and at first he's having a ball, he's loving it, he's eating ice cream, he's watching, like, bad movies with, like, violence and shit in them, and then...
Surprisingly, that movie that he watches is actually a fake. They made it just for the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That thing, Filthy Souls or whatever it's called, Angels with Filthy Souls.
Yep. And then, so then, he starts going through everybody's room and having a ball, and then he realizes that the cop that was there in the movie earlier that said, you folks going on vacation and all that, we've had a lot of break-ins.
Yeah, he's trying to actually learn the ins and outs of the...
Yeah, that's Joe Pesci. That is, Harry. And...
Yeah, I think it's Marv.
Oh, is it Marv? No, Marv.
Okay, Joe Pesci is Harry.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The other guy, what's his name?
Yeah. Daniel Stern is
Daniel Stern
Marv.
is Marv. So, yeah, I mean, so basically they decide they're going to break into everybody's house during Christmas, and then he realizes it, and he has to end up going to the store.
But what's their calling card, Aaron?
They are the Wet Bandits.
There you go.
They robbed the house and then they flooded. So basically, you know, this kid, there's a neighborhood myth about some guy with a shovel that he killed people. So anyway, Kevin goes to church, finds out he's not such a bad guy. He goes home. He defends himself from the bad guys. They get arrested. His parents come home, or at least his mom does, and they have a great Christmas. And it was a really cool movie. So this game doesn't follow any of that. I mean, you are home alone, but your home is not the home from Home Alone. I don't know what the fuck this is.
And the weird part also is nowhere in the movie does he have a squirt gun.
Yeah, you're collecting treasure and you're dropping it down into
taking
the
your
basement.
family's possessions, your valuables, and keeping the goons from being able to take them.
I think they got confused, whoever made this game. I think they thought, oh, Macaulay Culkin, he's that kid from Richie Rich, right?
Uncle Buck.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, he has a lot of money and treasure and shit. That's cool. Everybody wants to be like him. So let's just keep dropping Adventure from Atari 2600 chalices down into the basement where they have a giant vault. None of that, I don't understand it, because none of this happened in the movie. Like, there was a scene with the laundry chute where he...
That's what I was going to say. They took the one scene where he takes a rifle and he shoots all his little toys.
Yeah, he takes a BB gun and he lines up little army men, I think it's like 3 of them, onto the laundry chute, and he has it propped open with a metal spatula, and he shoots the 3 army guys down with the BB gun, then he shoots the spatula down. And that's the only scene with the laundry chute that's ever used in that whole movie. And all of a sudden they're like, okay, there's laundry chute. Let's drop trophies and bags of money. like they are so fucking rich.
All right.
They are so fucking rich. They don't keep
Granted, the house was big and awesome, and it looks expensive, but
oh yeah,
nowhere is it a fucking mansion.
Yeah. Okay. Now, first off, that's Marv there, that was chasing you. Now, I haven't seen Joe Pesci's character Harry yet, but anyway, I like how it's.
I just passed him.
Well, there's some guy with a trench coat and a mustache. I don't know who he's supposed to be. Okay, there's Joe Pesci's character. Okay, so at least they're in the game. There's some third guy that's in this game. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's from. He is not in Home Alone. But anyway, so the McAllisters here are so fucking rich that they have bags of money. They have trophies. They have, like, jewel pendants. And they have golden, like, chalices. Or golden candlestick holders. Which, I don't know. I think there's a part where I think Marv or Harry's looking at the gold candlesticks. So maybe that's what that's supposed to be. But I don't know why there's a bag of money. I don't know why there's a vault. Because
I was going to say, where and anywhere did they show a giant vault in the basement?
See, that's why I think they got confused with Richie Rich. Because his basement, there was a furnace that he was afraid of. It looked like a glowing, like, evil face or something.
Yeah.
And it made a weird noise.
Which, you'd think that would be like a boss in this game.
Yeah, there were no bats. There were no rats.
No rats.
There were no cats in hats. I would not eat them in a box. I would not eat them with a fox.
Aw. Oh, look, the famous scene from the movie.
Okay, there it is. Oh, no. Ah! And I love how that is symbolized as, like, oh, my God, like, the whole thing, Home Alone, like, that's what it's recognized for. Like, there he is with his hands on his face, like, he can't believe it. There's robbers coming. He's home alone. And that expression had nothing to do with any of all that. He took a shower and he tried aftershave for the first time, and it burned, and that's where that came from. But they took it as like, oh, this is the key scene you're gonna like, and I was waiting for, like, I remember seeing the previews, and I remember seeing that face all plastered all over everything. And
well, hell, it's on the box of the game.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
this time, he's
yeah,
not just got out of the shower.
Yeah, you can see. Oh yeah, he has his hands like he's dressed. He's wearing a sweater and everything.
Yeah.
And you can see it all. Like, there it is, right? It's probably zoomed in.
Yeah.
We'll
You
see
can probably
in the
see it on
video.
the video. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but what? Because the next wing. The next wing. Where the fuck do you live, kid? The next wing of the home treasure needs to be secured. What? They were not that rich. They were, for a 90s family, they were well off, but they were nowhere near, and there were not giant fucking nutcrackers in the hallway.
Chucking trains.
I guess, is that supposed to, okay, so Marv has the crowbar there, so that's at least right with the movie.
Right.
They did use a crowbar. There's no scene where Marv's in the basement, and one of my favorite scenes from the second one, I have to say, is when Marv gets electrocuted.
Oh yeah.
It's so over the top, like he actually dies. He's a skeleton. It's fucking crazy. That's supposed to be tacks on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Now one thing is, because
he does do that.
The robbers should not be wearing shoes right now. And
Yeah.
Marv,
one of them shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, Marv should not be wearing shoes, and his feet should also be covered in tar.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was one tack. It was not a bunch of them.
Yeah, and Harry should have a burnt head and a burnt hand at this point. But anyway, there's none of that. There's giant nutcrackers in the hallway. Marv just seems content with walking back and forth in this one pattern. You
Josh,
would
you have
figure,
anything to add?
you would figure one of the things in this game, and I don't know if it happens or not. Well, Matt, you've played it. I guess we'll see. Is
Wasn't there a train I missed? Helicopter? Okay. I'm sorry, Josh. Was there anything you wanted to add?
I think you guys covered everything.
Okay, I wanted you to get your thoughts and opinion on everything. I didn't think it was just us.
I want my Die Hard, damn it. That's a Christmas movie.
all right. Well, one thing that I don't know if it comes or what's going to happen yet in this game, because I've never played this one, is if there's anything to do with the tarantula that Kevin releases accidentally.
I won't ruin it for you.
There's also a scene where he goes into his clubhouse. There's a scene with the guy with the shovel.
Who's not in the game.
Okay, so he's not even in the game. So now he's not securing treasure, he's securing toys. So
Yep.
So what they're trying to imply here is that this house is so fucking big and these people are so fucking rich that they have one wing dedicated solely to solid gold objects and bags of money. And that the other wing of their house is home to giant Christmas decorations and toys and game rooms.
Oh,
Which-
you hadn't even seen the next wing yet.
Which oddly enough, in the movie, Kevin never plays a video game. In
Right.
the second one, I think he's looking for batteries for his Game Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. But in the first movie, there is no video games, which is surprising. You would figure a kid home alone at this, he would have had... What year did this movie come out?
1990.
Okay, so the SNES wasn't out yet.
No, it was coming.
Yeah, that didn't
I
come
think this
out
actually came out
till-
a year after the movie came out.
Okay, so the SNES didn't come out till 91, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
So he would have only had an NES at this time. Oh, well, obviously he could have had a Sega Genesis or something like that. But yeah, there's no mention of video games, so it's literally just all toys.
Where was the baby? There's no baby in the movie.
There is no baby in the movie.
Where was the weight room? Where was the arcade room?
Yeah, there was no pool room. These people are not that fucking rich. They had, and I like how your health is measured in pizza. At least they got that right.
Yeah.
But, or that's not your health. What is that? Is that if you collect so many slices, you get an extra life?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you find a whole slice of pizza, a whole pizza, it's a free man. No?
No, if you find a whole piece of pizza, you get one more hit in your health.
Oh.
Oh, so
That
it
was an
is.
extra
So
life.
it is power, right?
Yeah, power is your health.
And I'm
the
assuming
pizza
if you have
slices is-
three, I'm assuming if you have three and then you collect it, then it's a life.
Oh.
That's what I would
Okay.
assume.
I thought, what was the cookie then?
That was a whole
Jesus.
pizza, not a
That's a
cookie.
whole-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I thought that was a
very-
cookie.
Holy shit, is this house fucking huge?
Yeah.
And I like how the downstairs is green and then the upstairs is red. It's oh my god. There is. What is
I
this
mean,
room? What
is this the
room?
UPS room?
Where's the industrial room where we keep all of our fucking chrome-coated packages of pizza intact?
Yeah,
This
when did you
is-
see him use a baseball in the movie?
This is. I saw him use a slingshot. He did use
Yeah.
a slingshot.
Does use a slingshot.
I'm guessing. Now, I like how there's no BB gun because they probably didn't want to have like a rifle in the game and be like, oh my god. So he's using the squirt gun, but the drawing that they use looks like an actual handgun, like a small handgun.
Not to spoil it for you or anything, Aaron, but the rifle is in the game.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay, we haven't seen it so
It is.
far. So.
No, I think it's later. I forgot.
Oh, all right. Well, at least you got him off the screen.
Yeah.
This.
I was
is-
already in here one night. Okay.
This
Sorry.
is so off the mark, and it is way past his bedtime. It is 12:15 up there. I'm assuming that's AM. Oh, geez, Marv's back. Get him off the screen. Oh, he just hits the tax and goes off. Okay.
Yeah. Which, it was a thing of light bulbs, or not bulbs, Christmas bulbs and
Ornaments?
micro machines.
I thought he had a thing
he
of Christmas
fell
ornaments
on?
that he put out, like a star and a bulb and all that. Like Marv stepped.
Yeah,
on
he
them.
steps on it with his bare foot.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
yeah.
so,
Then there's
yeah.
micro machines. There was
Yeah.
no ping pong room. There was no.
You remember a guy, mafia guy, throwing his hat?
Yeah, I don't know who this guy's supposed to be. There was no dartboard. There was no old-time fucking cassette deck thing. I
Ping
had one
pong
of those.
table.
I had one of those cassette deck things. It was like a huge monstrosity with these giant speakers, and it had an EQ on it and everything. It was like really fucking, for the time, for 1990, it was.
State of the art.
Oh yeah, it was. I think my brother got it for a graduation present, and we had it down in our basement. And it was a big deal. It had a record player, it had a CD player, which back then it was like you would hear like introducing compact discs. It had cassette, had these giant ass speakers. It had 2 cassettes, so you could record over. Like it was a big deal at the time. But nowadays we get laughed at. Like, what is this? I can just
Yeah.
listen to everything on my phone.
Remember when Laserdisc was supposed to be the big thing? I know we're going really far back now.
I know. I feel like when we grew up as kids, it was kind of like a very cool time because there was we saw such a big leap in technology, whereas
Yeah.
now it seems like technology, it's still advancing, but it's a very slow advance.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's
back
not like
then,
the 90s.
yeah, but I guess, I mean, if you think about it though, like 2008 was when, I think it was around 2008 when the iPhone first came out. So up until that point, like nobody had smartphones. So I guess, in a way, technology still makes leaps and bounds. But as far as video games go, it's not too huge anymore. Like between the PS3 and the PS4 generation, like yeah, the graphics are better and all that, but PS3 is still not bad.
Right. But I mean, it wasn't like when we played cartridges and they, you know, when Sega CD was like, oh, CDs. We're like,
I
what?
feel like it was a very
And here's your tarantula.
oh,
Unless this is
okay.
a cockroach.
No, that's supposed to be the spider. Now, do you get unlimited continues?
I don't know if it's unlimited, but you do
Okay.
get a few continues.
Okay, so that's good. Wow. But yeah, technology. I feel like before we were born, when it was Atari and all that, and Commodore were the big things, I feel like that was the Wild West. Anybody could do anything. It was a little more structured when we were growing up. Like, there were copyrights and stuff in place. But as far as the games went, like NES, it was still unknown territory. Like, some things didn't work.
Right.
You know, it's not like today. Like, today you hear about a bad game and you laugh about it because there's a lot more quality control. But back then it was just kind of like, okay, we made a game. Super Nintendo, there was definitely more quality control. It had some bad games, but I think every generation's going to have it.
Which I found out that during the Atari days, when Activision was running there, they would put their seal of quality on the Atari game, so that way you knew that you were getting a good game.
Yeah.
And that's why Nintendo followed suit with the NES, putting the seal of quality.
Yep.
So yeah, just an interesting tidbit. Sorry, I died. I have to start over this second part. So, like I said, yeah, I'm familiar with this game. I like this game. I'm just kind of rummaging through it without really explaining what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, you jump into certain stuff and you hit up on the D-pad, and items come out.
Okay, so I think I get the general gist of it here. Okay, so let me see if I can explain it as someone who's never seen the game, and you can tell me if I'm right. So, slices of pizza, when you collect them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices of pizza. Makes sense. Equals an extra life. A whole pizza gives you a piece of power if you're down, and once you lose 3 pieces of power, boom, you are out of, you lose a life. Your squirt gun has unlimited ammo and it stuns enemies, and in each wing of the house it looks like there is 30 pieces of treasure you have to find, and it counts down as you find them, indicated by that safe icon. And your backpack icon is how many items you are carrying. So when you start dropping the items down into the treasure, or the treasure chute, might as well call it that at this point, the laundry chute, it empties out your backpack, as you'll see, boom, and now you only have to find 15 more pieces of treasure. And once you find them all, you go down the basement, you put them in the vault and secure them, and boom, and I'm assuming you probably have to find a boss before you can secure it. And then you move on to the next part of the house. So there you go. That's and it's a pretty straightforward thing, which I like. I mean, sadly,
yeah, like you said, yeah, it's not the best game, but it's simple and it's somewhat enjoyable. I mean, it's not horrible. The controls are decent.
Yeah, I figured it out watching you play what you're supposed to do.
Another thing you didn't bring up, Aaron, was back then we had manuals. And they explained what you do in the game.
Oh, yeah. That would tell you, like, oh, the safe is how much treasure is in the house. When you deposit a piece, it'll go down. Your goal is to get to 0, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just like you get a thing in there that says photo sensitivity warning and please visit our website. And then it might tell you the controls. You might get lucky and it'll tell you the controls sometimes. But anymore, it's just visit our website. It's just a piece of the cover art, and in the back is just all legal, jargon.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
But I was gonna say, because if somebody today played this game, they would have no clue.
Oh
and
yeah,
they would just write this game off, as complete garbage.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's linear in a sense that you have to do this, but it definitely doesn't hold your hand and say, okay, talk to this person, then go here and do this, and then okay, you're done with this level. You would have to know to jump and push, because if you just jump, nothing happens. You have to right? Yeah, you have to know to push up.
You have to know to push up on objects to have items pop out.
Yeah,
which, like I said, which today's modern gamer probably would, jump and be like, oh, there's nothing.
Today's modern gamer, if they're watching this, should also know, though, that we are out of time, unfortunately. for this episode, anyway.
Yeah.
But they should also know that you can click the like button below if you like the video, that you can click the subscribe button below or at the end of this video, and that you can follow us on Twitter at gaming_5150. And Matt's still running, but I think Matt should tell them to remember something.
Always room for one more.